Ladies and gentlemen, students and lifelong learners, let me ask you this. When was the last time a book changed your perspective on something? Or perhaps, even more profound, when was the last time a book changed your life? Books are more than just pages with ink. They are windows into new worlds, gateways to new ideas, and bridges between past knowledge and future possibilities. A good book has the power to inspire, teach, and shape the way we think about ourselves and the world around us. Think about it. Every time you pick up a book, you are engaging in an act of learning. You're diving into a pool of knowledge that could transform your understanding of a subject, a challenge, or even a career. Books are sources of knowledge that can help you solve problems, make informed decisions, and push past barriers that once seemed insurmountable. But books do more than educate. They open our minds to new perspectives. As you read about different cultures, experiences, and viewpoints, you develop empathy and gain a deeper appreciation for the diversity of human experiences. You begin to see that we are all connected by a shared humanity, regardless of where we come from or what challenges we face. Books teach us that there is always something more to learn, something greater to understand. A good book also sharpens your thinking. It helps you become more analytical, questioning, and discerning. When you encounter new ideas or situations in a book, your brain is forced to process, evaluate, and reflect. This is how we grow as thinkers, by challenging ourselves to go beyond the surface and think critically about what we're reading. It's through these reflections that we develop the ability to make better decisions in our own lives. And when you read, you're not just learning in an academic sense, you're learning about yourself. How many of us have found a passage or a story that spoke directly to us in a moment of struggle? How many of us have found a character or a lesson in a book that gave us the courage to keep going? Books have this incredible ability to offer us wisdom and inspiration just when we need it the most. Through books, we discover new ways to improve ourselves, to challenge our thinking, and to embrace the possibilities within us. They give us the knowledge, confidence, and tools to move forward with our goals, whether it's personal development, career advancement, or simply becoming a better version of ourselves. They are an investment in who we can become. And the benefits don't stop there. Regular reading strengthens your brain, improves your memory, and keeps your mind sharp. It builds your vocabulary, enhances your communication skills, and enriches the way you express yourself. The more you read, the more powerful your ability to articulate ideas and engage in meaningful conversations becomes. A good book can be a form of therapy. It can offer solace during difficult times, provide comfort when you're feeling alone, and show you that you're not the only one facing challenges. Books foster resilience. They help us cope and grow emotionally. They are there to guide us through hard times and remind us of our inner strength. And let's not forget the magic of escape. Books transport us to different worlds, whether it's a thrilling adventure, historical journey, or a scientific exploration. This sense of escape is not just about entertainment. It's a way to find relief, recharge our minds, and return to our challenges with renewed energy. Finally, remember that learning is a lifelong endeavor. Books are the best tools we have for continuous learning. The world changes rapidly, and we must adapt. A good book can teach you new skills, challenge your mindset, and keep you curious about the endless opportunities for growth. So I challenge you today, make reading a habit. Seek out books that inspire you, that challenge you, that push you to be better. You may not realize it at first, but that book you pick up today could be the one that changes everything: your perspective, your path, and ultimately, your life. A good book serves as more than just a source of entertainment or a way to pass the time. It is a treasure trove of knowledge, ideas, and experiences that can significantly impact your life in ways that go beyond what you may initially expect. In today's fast-paced, technology-driven world where distractions are endless and time is often limited, the value of reading a good book should not be underestimated. It is through books that we gain access to a wealth of wisdom, ideas, and life lessons that shape our understanding of the world, ourselves, and others. A good book can provide an unparalleled opportunity for learning, both intellectual and emotional, and open up new realms of possibility in our lives. Reading a good book is akin to unlocking a new level of understanding about the world. Every book, whether fiction or nonfiction, provides a different lens through which we can view life. A historical book allows you to peer into the past and better understand how events shape the present. A scientific text opens up the mechanisms of the natural world, igniting curiosity and a sense of wonder. Fiction, on the other hand, invites you to explore different cultures, ideas, and emotions. Through characters and plots, you find yourself experiencing life in ways you may have never encountered in your own personal journey. In this way, a book is a window to the world, offering you insight into areas of life that you might not otherwise encounter. The wealth of knowledge found in books has the power to broaden your horizons and ignite a deeper understanding of the world. Reading can also foster critical thinking skills. When you read a well-crafted book, especially one that presents complex ideas, arguments, or viewpoints, you are forced to think. Rather than passively absorbing information, you are encouraged to analyze, evaluate, and synthesize what you've read. This process helps to develop your critical thinking abilities and gives you the tools to navigate the complexities of life. Critical thinking is a skill that is essential in making informed decisions, solving problems, and understanding different perspectives. As you read and engage with text, you learn to question assumptions, recognize bias, and differentiate between evidence-based conclusions and unsupported opinions. All of these are vital tools for leading an informed, thoughtful, and intentional life. In addition to fostering intellectual growth, reading can be transformative on a personal level. The stories we encounter in books often reflect the human experience in ways that resonate deeply with our own struggles, triumphs, and dreams. Whether it's a protagonist overcoming adversity or a self-help book offering advice on personal growth, books have the ability to guide us through our own lives. A good book can be like a mirror, reflecting our thoughts and emotions in a way that makes us feel seen, heard, and understood. The characters we meet in books may reflect our own inner struggles, desires, or fears. As we read, we may see aspects of ourselves in these characters, which can lead to self-discovery and growth. The lessons we learn through the stories of others, whether it's through a character's journey of resilience or through the insights offered in a non-fiction book, can provide a sense of direction and clarity for our own lives. Reading a good book can offer the kind of introspection that might otherwise be difficult to achieve in the hustle and bustle of daily life. The act of reading itself requires focus and attention, which creates space for reflection and deeper thinking. This intentional engagement with a text provides an opportunity to step back from the noise of daily distractions and connect with something meaningful. It is in these moments of solitude where you are absorbed in a book that you can begin to reflect on your own life, values, and goals. Books create a safe space for self-reflection where you can explore new ideas, reassess your own beliefs, and even challenge your preconceived notion. This process of introspection often leads to personal growth and a clearer understanding of who you are and what you want out of life. Books help us understand and empathize with people who are different from ourselves. By immersing ourselves in the lives and experiences of diverse characters, authors, and cultures, we cultivate empathy. A novel about a different culture, a different time period, or a different way of life can allow us to see the world from a new perspective, expanding our understanding of the human experience. In doing so, we gain a greater sense of connection to others and the world at large. Books provide a window into lives and experiences that may be different from our own, which is a crucial step in building empathy and compassion. These books help us recognize the shared humanity that connects us all, regardless of background, geography, or circumstance. The beauty of books lies in their ability to enrich not just the intellect, but the soul. As you dive into the pages of a compelling story or absorb the knowledge in a carefully written essay, you are engaging in an act of growth that transcends what can be measured in terms of facts or figures. You are expanding your emotional and intellectual capacity to take on new challenges, confront difficulties, and ultimately live a more fulfilling life. A good book encourages you to see the world not just as it is, but as it could be, helping you to dream bigger and aim higher. Reading a good book is an act of self-investment. It is a way to continue learning, growing, and evolving in a world that is always changing. Books provide us with the wisdom and knowledge needed to navigate life's complexities and embrace the opportunities that come our way. Through books, we learn not just about the world around us, but about ourselves, our strengths, weaknesses, dreams, and desires. So whether you're reading for knowledge, self-improvement, or just the sheer joy of a good story, never underestimate the power of a good book. The right book can be a guide, a mentor, and a companion, all rolled into one. The transformative power of reading is immense, and with every book you read, you are not just learning, you are evolving into a more informed, empathetic, and capable individual. Reading a good book is one of the most powerful ways to gain new perspectives. It's an experience that allows us to break free from the confines of our own limited worldview and step into someone else's shoes. Every time we open a book, we are inviting ourselves to explore ideas, cultures, and experiences that might be vastly different from our own. This shift in perspective is not just an intellectual exercise, it's an emotional and psychological journey that expands our understanding of the world. A good book opens our eyes to the complexity of human life, showing us that there are countless ways of thinking, living, and experiencing the world. When you read a book, you are often introduced to characters whose lives and decisions are shaped by circumstances that are unfamiliar to you. For example, a novel set in a different country might explore cultural norms and social dynamics that you have never encountered. Even if you don't live in that society or share the same experiences, you gain insight into the human condition and the challenges that people face. By understanding the lives of others, you develop empathy and a deeper connection to people outside your immediate circle. This expanded perspective doesn't just make you more informed, it makes you more compassionate. As you come to realize that the struggles and triumphs of others are not so different from your own. A good book doesn't just help us understand other cultures, it also challenges the assumptions we may have about the world. Many books, whether they are works of fiction or nonfiction, push us to rethink what we know about ourselves, our society, and the world at large. For example, reading books that address systemic inequalities can shed light on the experiences of marginalized communities, helping readers recognize issues that they might not have been fully aware of. When we encounter perspectives that are unfamiliar, it forces us to confront our own biases and assumptions, which is the first step toward changing the way we think and act. Books can challenge us to step outside of our comfort zones and question what we believe to be true, ultimately helping us to grow intellectually and emotionally. Beyond intellectual growth, reading also fosters a deeper sense of empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person, and it's a skill that can be cultivated through reading. When we read a well-crafted book, we connect not only with the story, but also with the characters and their emotional journeys. The more we read, the better we become at understanding the complexities of human emotions, motivations, and relationships. For example, when we read about a character who faces hardship, we feel their pain, struggle, and triumph. This emotional connection helps us to understand the feelings of others in real life, enhancing our ability to relate to people from different backgrounds or walks of life. A good book can introduce us to ideas and philosophies that challenge our thinking. Books on philosophy, psychology, or history offer frameworks for understanding the world that may be radically different from our own experiences. For example, reading about Stoic philosophy may help us shift our perspective on how we handle adversity in our own lives, teaching us to focus on what we can control and to accept what we cannot. Similarly, books on psychology might offer insights into human behavior, helping us understand why we act the way we do and how we can improve ourselves. These new ideas can shape our attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors in powerful ways, influencing how we navigate challenges in relationships. In addition to all the cognitive and emotional benefits, reading also teaches us valuable life lessons. Many books, especially biographies, memoirs, and self-help books, provide real-world examples of people who have faced adversity and overcome it. These stories of resilience and perseverance can serve as powerful reminders that no matter how difficult life may seem, it's possible to overcome obstacles and achieve great things. When you read about someone who has triumphed over hardship, whether they have come from a disadvantaged background or overcome a personal tragedy, it inspires you to keep going, even when faced with challenges of your own. A good book can provide the hope and motivation you need to push forward, knowing that if others can succeed, so can you. On top of these personal insights, reading also cultivates intellectual curiosity. When you read, you are constantly exposed to new ideas and concepts which encourage you to ask more questions and seek deeper understanding. Each book you read opens doors to new topics and interests, fueling your desire to learn more. This cycle of curiosity and learning can lead to a lifetime of intellectual growth. As you delve deeper into subjects that interest you, you begin to develop expertise and a well-rounded view of the world. This intellectual curiosity can also lead to more creative thinking as you synthesize ideas from different sources and apply them in unique ways. Reading can spark new passions and interests that you may not have discovered otherwise. Perhaps a historical novel sparks an interest in a specific time period, or a biography of a famous scientist leads you to explore the world of science. A good book has the power to ignite a spark within you, leading to a pursuit of knowledge that can profoundly impact your personal and professional life. Whether it's through exploring new hobbies, developing new skills, or pursuing new career paths, the act of reading can change the course of your life in ways you never imagined. The power of a good book lies not just in the knowledge or insights it provides, but in the transformation it fosters. When you read, you are given the opportunity to grow intellectually, emotionally, and personally. Each book is a chance to change the way you see the world, to challenge your assumptions, and to develop a deeper understanding of both others and yourself. The perspectives you gain from reading shape who you are and how you interact with the world, making you more compassionate, curious, and open-minded. By consistently reading and exposing yourself to new ideas, you can continue to evolve and adapt throughout your life, enriching your experiences and improving your ability to navigate the complexities of the world. The power of a good book is truly transformative, offering an endless source of growth, discovery, and inspiration. Reading a good book not only exposes us to new ideas, but it also sharpens our thinking and helps us cultivate critical thinking skills. Critical thinking is the ability to analyze information objectively, assess situations, and make decisions based on reasoning rather than emotion or bias. This is an invaluable skill that plays a crucial role in both our personal and professional lives. The more we read, that chat complex momento tra complex world around us. When we engage with a well-written book, we are constantly encouraged to question and analyze what we read. Whether it's a complex historical account, a philosophical work, or a gripping mystery novel, books force us to evaluate facts, make connections, and think deeply about what we're absorbing. For example, a detective story might require us to follow the clues and form our own theories about the plot, while a nonfiction book might present new concepts or theories that demand a careful examination. This process of analyzing information, weighing different perspectives, and forming conclusions sharpens our ability to think logically and critically. We learn to differentiate between arguments that are well supported by evidence and those that rely on speculation or flawed reasoning. As we continue to read, we also learn to recognize bias and identify gaps in information. For instance, when reading a historical account of an event, a well-researched book might provide multiple viewpoints, allowing us to see the event from different perspectives. This helps us understand that history is often complex and that there are various factors that contribute to any given situation. By considering these different viewpoints, we become more adept at spotting bias and making our own informed judgments. This process of critically assessing information is not limited to reading alone. It extends to every area of our lives, helping us navigate the complexities of decision-making and problem-solving. One of the most valuable aspects of reading is that it allows us to explore ideas we might never have encountered otherwise. By delving into books on topics outside of our immediate field of interest or expertise, we stretch our thinking and develop a broader understanding of the world. For instance, reading a book on economics might make you reconsider your views on global trade, or reading a philosophical work could challenge the way you think about morality and ethics. These insights not only expand our knowledge, but also help us form more nuanced opinions about the world. By exploring a wide range of subjects, we become better equipped to think critically about the complex issues we face in our personal and professional lives. Reading also encourages us to engage in deeper thought. Often, when we encounter an idea or a concept in a book that resonates with us, we are compelled to reflect on it long after we've finished reading. This reflection helps to cement the information in our minds and encourages us to apply what we've learned to our own lives. For example, if you read about a philosophical concept like utilitarianism, you might spend time thinking about how it applies to real-world ethical dilemmas. This process of reflection deepens your understanding and helps you integrate new knowledge into your existing worldview. In addition to expanding our knowledge and challenging our assumptions, reading also hones our ability to communicate effectively. As we read books that present well-argued positions or explore complex ideas, we learn how to articulate our thoughts more clearly and persuasively. A well-written book provides a model for how to present ideas logically and coherently, and this can improve our ability to express ourselves in both written and spoken communication. Whether it's in a professional setting, during a debate, or an everyday conversation, the ability to communicate clearly and effectively is a vital skill. By reading widely and paying attention to how authors structure their arguments and convey their ideas, we can learn how to present our own viewpoints in a compelling and persuasive manner. Books also expose us to the art of argumentation. Many great works of literature, political theory, or philosophy present opposing viewpoints and challenge us to think about the strengths and weaknesses of each side. As we read, we engage in a mental exercise that requires us to evaluate the evidence, consider alternative perspectives, and make judgments based on reasoning rather than emotion. This process of engaging with differing ideas and constructing thoughtful arguments helps us refine our critical thinking skills and develop a more sophisticated approach to problem solving. Reading allows us to make connections between seemingly unrelated ideas. As we expose ourselves to a wide variety of topics, we begin to notice patterns and relationships between different fields of knowledge. For instance, reading a book about psychology might lead you to think about how human behavior influences economic decisions, or how an understanding of history can deepen your appreciation for literature. This ability to make connections between diverse ideas is a hallmark of critical thinking, and it allows us to approach problems from multiple angles and find creative solutions. The habit of reading regularly contributes significantly to cognitive development. The brain thrives on mental stimulation, and reading provides an ideal way to keep the brain active and engaged. Research has shown that engaging in activities like reading enhances memory, concentration, and cognitive flexibility. When we read, we not only absorb information, but we also exercise our brains, strengthening our ability to process complex ideas and think critically. This mental exercise helps to maintain cognitive function as we age and improves our overall intellectual abilities. In addition to the intellectual benefits, reading also plays an important role in emotional development. A good book can help us understand our own emotions and the emotions of others. By delving into the inner lives of characters, we develop empathy and the ability to recognize and understand a wide range of emotional states. This ability to understand emotions, both our own and those of others, helps us navigate social situations and relationships more effectively. Moreover, when we read books that explore complex emotional journeys, we learn how to handle our own emotional challenges and develop greater emotional intelligence. Reading is not just an activity for expanding our minds, it is also an investment in personal growth. As we read and reflect on the ideas presented in books, we develop the ability to think critically, make informed decisions, and communicate more effectively. These skills are invaluable in every area of our lives, from our personal relationships to our careers. Whether we're seeking to solve a problem, make a difficult decision, or understand a complex issue, the ability to think critically and engage with information in a thoughtful way is essential. Through reading, we continuously build and refine these skills, setting ourselves up for greater success and fulfillment in life. Reading a good book has the ability to foster self-improvement in profound ways. In a world where self-help strategies are widely marketed and various motivational speakers encourage to take action, books offer a deeper, more consistent form of self-improvement. A well-chosen book can provide you with new perspectives, introduce you to practical strategies for personal growth, and even offer new ways to view challenges in your life. Through reading, we often discover that personal growth isn't just about achieving success or wealth, it's about understanding ourselves better, cultivating healthier habits, and developing the mindset to approach life's challenges with resilience and determination. One of the most significant ways books contribute to self-improvement is by providing knowledge that can guide us toward better decisions. For example, self-help books often contain specific advice on topics ranging from time management to stress management, helping readers implement small but impactful changes in their daily routines. These books often break down complex ideas into simple steps, enabling readers to take action and improve themselves in tangible ways. Whether it's learning to set and achieve goals, mastering emotional intelligence, or improving communication skills, books offer an accessible, structured way to work on personal development. When we read books that focus on these areas, we learn not only what changes we need to make, but also the steps to take to achieve those changes. Over time, applying the principles from self-improvement books helps us grow into better versions of ourselves. Books encourage self-reflection and self-awareness, which are crucial for self-improvement. As we read about the experiences and struggles of others, we often find ourselves reflecting on our own lives. Many books, particularly memoirs or biographies, offer intimate insights into the author's life journey, revealing both their successes and their struggles. By reading about how others have navigated obstacles and challenges, we may be inspired to reflect on our own experiences and reassess our own paths. These reflections can be transformative as they may prompt us to confront aspects of ourselves we hadn't previously considered, helping us grow emotionally and intellectually. Self-awareness is a cornerstone of personal growth, as it allows us to identify our strengths and weaknesses, ultimately leading to more conscious decision-making and personal progress. Books also encourage us to expand our comfort zones. They provide new perspectives, ideas, and strategies that can help us break free from old habits and thought patterns. For example, reading books on mindfulness or meditation can introduce us to practices that reduce stress and increase mental clarity. As we adopt these practices, we begin to shift our mindset and break free from patterns of thinking that no longer serve us. When we learn something new from a book, it challenges us to push beyond the boundaries of what we already know and embrace the unknown. This process of embracing new ideas and stepping outside of our comfort zones is key to personal growth. It's in the unfamiliar, the unknown, where growth occurs. Books make it easier for us to take that first step into unfamiliar territory, offering both the knowledge and the motivation to transform our lives. In addition to encouraging growth in our thinking, books can also help us develop healthier habits. Many self-improvement books provide practical strategies for cultivating habits that promote physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Whether it's a book on exercise, healthy eating, or mindfulness, the guidance these books offer helps us implement small changes that can lead to significant improvements in our overall health. Reading about the benefits of a consistent fitness routine, for instance, may inspire us to make time for exercise, and the knowledge gained from a book about nutrition can lead us to make better food choices. Books give us the knowledge to take control of our well-being and to make lasting changes that align with our goals for health and happiness. As we incorporate new habits into our daily lives, we not only improve our physical health, but also enhance our mental and emotional well-being, which are equally important aspects of self-improvement. Books provide a means of understanding and processing emotions, a vital component of self-improvement. Reading can act as a form of emotional regulation, helping us make sense of our feelings and find strategies to manage them. For example, many books on emotional intelligence provide tools for recognizing and controlling our emotions, helping us respond to difficult situations in a more composed manner. By understanding how emotions impact our thoughts and behaviors, we can take steps to regulate our emotions more effectively. Books on mental health, resilience, and mindfulness can also guide us through the process of overcoming emotional challenges, offering both strategies and encouragement. This emotional self-regulation enables us to handle stress more effectively, maintain healthier relationships, and develop a greater sense of emotional well-being. Books also provide a source of inspiration which is essential for motivating us to continue improving. When we read about the struggles and successes of others, whether it's a historical figure who overcame immense adversity or a contemporary individual who achieved success through hard work and perseverance, we are reminded of our own potential. Many books are written to inspire readers to believe in themselves and their abilities. These books reinforce the idea that success isn't always immediate or easy, but with persistence, resilience, and self-belief, it is attainable. The stories and experiences of others provide a sense of hope and motivation that can push us forward when we face difficulties. We realize that self-improvement isn't about achieving perfection, but about taking consistent, small steps toward becoming better every day. Reading fosters a growth mindset, which is critical for self-improvement. A growth mindset, the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work, encourages us to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as obstacles. This mindset is reinforced through reading books that emphasize perseverance, grit, and the importance of learning from failure. As we read stories of individuals who faced adversity and found success, we internalize the idea that our potential is not fixed and that we can continue to improve as long as we are willing to put in the effort. Books help us shift our perspective, reminding us that failure is not the end, but rather a step toward progress. Reading a good book offers us much more than mere entertainment or intellectual stimulation. It provides us with the tools to improve ourselves in every aspect of life. Whether it's through gaining knowledge, developing new habits, cultivating emotional intelligence, or gaining inspiration from the stories of others, books serve as a guide for our personal development. Through consistent reading, we become more self-aware, more capable, and more resilient individuals, better equipped to navigate the complexities of life and to pursue our goals with determination and confidence. A good book, in essence, can be a blueprint for self-improvement, offering us the wisdom and encouragement we need to continuously evolve and strive for a better version of ourselves. Reading a good book has the unique power to foster empathy and help us understand others in ways that are not possible through casual conversation or surface-level interactions. The ability to understand the feelings, thoughts, and motivations of others is a fundamental skill that contributes to better relationships and a more compassionate world. One of the most profound aspects of reading is its capacity to transport us into lives of people who are different from ourselves. Whether it's through fiction, where we inhabit the minds of various characters, or through nonfiction, where we learn about the lives and experiences of real people, books open up new worlds for us to explore. This experience can significantly enhance our ability to empathize with others, even those whose lives and experiences seem vastly different from our own. When we read stories about individuals from different backgrounds, cultures, or walks of life, we are invited to see the world through their eyes. The characters in a novel or the subjects of a biography often confront challenges, fears, and dreams that are shaped by their unique circumstances. As we follow their journeys, we start to understand the complexities of their lives and the factors that influence their decisions and emotions. For example, reading about someone who has grown up in poverty can open our eyes to the harsh realities that many face, providing us with a deeper understanding of their struggles and resilience. Similarly, a novel set in a foreign culture can introduce us to traditions, values, and beliefs that might be unfamiliar, helping us appreciate the richness of human diversity. By immersing ourselves in these stories, we develop a broader, more inclusive view of the world that makes it easier to relate to others. Empathy is not just about understanding another person's situation, it's also about connecting with their emotions. Books allow us to experience a wide range of human emotions, from joy and love to fear and sadness, as we live vicariously through the characters or subjects. This emotional connection is a powerful tool for building empathy. When we feel the pain of a character who has suffered a great loss, we begin to understand what it might be like to experience such grief. When we rejoice in a character's triumph, we can better appreciate the joy and satisfaction that come from overcoming obstacles. This emotional engagement not only deepens our understanding of others, but also encourages us to treat them with more kindness and compassion in real life. Moreover, reading helps us to see people not as stereotypes, but as complex individuals with their own motivations, desires, and challenges. In a world where it's easy to make quick judgments about people based on surface level appearances or preconceived notions, books give us the chance to look beyond these superficial layers and understand the depth of the human experience. For instance, a novel that portrays a character from a marginalized group in a nuanced, empathetic way can challenge stereotypes and encourage us to see people as individuals rather than representatives of a particular category. By stepping into the shoes of people from all walks of life, we are more likely to recognize the humanity in everyone, regardless of their background or circumstances. Books can also teach us to be more understanding of different viewpoints and opinions. In many works of fiction and nonfiction, characters or authors present ideas that may be in direct opposition to our own beliefs. When we read about these differing perspectives, we are forced to confront our own biases and assumptions. This process can be uncomfortable at times as it challenges us to step outside our comfort zones and consider ideas that we may have previously dismissed. However, this discomfort is often a catalyst for personal growth. By engaging with different viewpoints, we broaden our own understanding of the world and become more open-minded. Books can teach us to listen with an open heart and mind, fostering more respectful and meaningful conversations with others. Another important way that reading fosters empathy is by helping us understand the shared aspects of the human experience. Despite our differences, we all face challenges, experience emotions, and strive for happiness, love, and fulfillment. When we read stories that touch on universal themes, such as loss, hope, love, or ambition, we begin to recognize that these experiences are not confined to any one person or culture. They are part of the fabric of the human condition, connecting us all. By understanding these shared experiences, we are more likely to view others with compassion, knowing that they too have their own hopes, dreams, and struggles. Furthermore, reading about people who have overcome adversity can inspire us to be more empathetic and understanding in our own lives. When we encounter stories of resilience and strength, we are reminded of the power of the human spirit to persevere through difficult times. These stories can be a source of inspiration, encouraging us to approach our own challenges with greater empathy toward ourselves and others. For instance, reading about someone who has triumphed over illness, loss, or discrimination can help us understand the importance of perseverance and empathy in the face of adversity. It also encourages us to extend that same empathy to others who may be going through their own struggles. The act of reading itself can also serve as a form of emotional connection and catharsis. Books provide a safe space for us to explore our own emotions and reflect on our own experiences. As we read about characters who face similar challenges or emotions, we often find that their stories resonate with our own lives. This connection can be deeply healing, as it allows us to process our own emotions and gain perspective on our own situations. By seeing our experiences reflected in the pages of a book, we feel less alone and more connected to the broader human experience. In addition to fostering empathy, reading also helps us to develop patience and understanding. In a world that is increasingly fast-paced, where instant gratification is the norm, reading forces us to slow down and engage with ideas and emotions at a deeper level. It encourages us to take the time to understand characters, plot developments, and themes, allowing us to absorb the richness of the story and reflect on its meanings. This slow and deliberate process of reading enhances our ability to be patient and considerate in our interactions with others. It reminds us that true understanding takes time, and that empathy requires us to listen and engage with others thoughtfully. Ultimately, reading a good book helps us develop a greater sense of empathy by offering us the opportunity to step into the lives of others and see the world through their eyes. It teaches us to appreciate the complexity of human experiences, understand differing viewpoints, and recognize the shared aspects of the human condition. Through reading, we learn to connect with others on a deeper level, cultivating a sense of compassion and kindness that extends beyond the pages of the book. Whether it's through understanding different cultures, confronting our own biases, or finding common ground in shared experiences, books have the ability to make us more empathetic and, as a result, more compassionate individuals. In a world that often feels divided, the power of books to bring us closer together and foster empathy cannot be overstated. Reading a good book has the ability to transform our worldview by broadening our perspectives and deepening our understanding of the world around us. In a world that is increasingly interconnected yet diverse, it is easy for individuals to become trapped within their own limited experiences and viewpoints. However, books have the unique power to break down these barriers, allowing us to explore new cultures, histories, and ideas that challenge our assumptions and push us to view the world through a different lens. By opening our minds to new ways of thinking, reading encourages us to reconsider our beliefs and question the boundaries of our knowledge, ultimately leading to personal and intellectual growth. One of the most significant ways that books broaden our perspectives is by exposing us to cultures and societies different from our own. In an increasingly globalized world, it can be easy to fall into the trap of assuming that our way of life is the only way of life. However, literature has the ability to take us far beyond the confines of our own cultural norms and introduce us to the customs, values, and traditions of people from all over the world. Whether through fiction or nonfiction, books provide us with intimate access to the experiences of individuals who live in different countries, belong to different social classes, or follow different belief systems. By immersing ourselves in these stories, we begin to understand that the world is far more complex and varied than we could ever imagine. We begin to see the ways in which other people navigate their lives and the challenges they face. This exposure to different perspectives allows us to approach the world with greater empathy and appreciation for diversity, fostering a more inclusive mindset. In addition to broadening our understanding of different cultures, books also expand our comprehension of history. History is often told through the lens of specific narratives, and it is easy to believe that the version of history we are taught in school is the definitive one. However, reading books that explore different historical events from a variety of perspectives challenges this notion. By reading works that present marginalized voices, forgotten histories, or alternative viewpoints, we begin to realize that history is not a single, unchanging narrative, but a complex web of interconnected stories. Books on history can reveal the ways in which power, politics, and social movements shape the past, allowing us to see history as a dynamic force that continues to influence the present and future. This expanded view of history helps us better understand the forces that have shaped our own lives and provides us with the tools to engage with current events in a more informed and critical way. Books also broaden our understanding of complex ideas and concepts that may not be immediately accessible or understandable. Whether it is science, philosophy, economics, or psychology, reading allows us to explore subjects that may seem intimidating at first. A good book can take a complex idea and break it down into manageable pieces, allowing us to grasp difficult concepts and incorporate them into our worldview. For instance, reading a book about cognitive psychology might challenge our understanding of how our minds work, or reading a book on economics might change the way we think about wealth, inequality, global markets. These books help us expand our intellectual horizons and give us the tools to think more critically about the issues that shape our world. As we encounter new ideas and explore new fields of knowledge, we become more intellectually flexible and open to new ways of thinking. This mental agility enables us to approach problems with creativity and innovation, and it equips us to engage with the complexities of the modern world. Another way that books broaden our perspectives is by challenging our assumptions and encouraging us to question the beliefs we hold. Many of us carry with us a set of deeply ingrained beliefs that have been shaped by our upbringing, culture, and experiences. However, when we read books that challenge these beliefs, whether through presenting opposing viewpoints, offering new information, or exploring alternative worldviews, we are forced to confront our own biases and assumptions. This process of questioning and reevaluating our beliefs is essential for intellectual and personal growth. Books provide us with the opportunity to engage in this process in a safe and thoughtful way, allowing us to consider different perspectives and decide whether our previous beliefs still hold true. By challenging our assumptions and expanding our understanding, reading helps us develop a more nuanced and informed perspective on the world. Books foster critical thinking by encouraging us to engage with the material actively. Rather than passively accepting information, reading requires us to process, analyze, and evaluate what we are learning. Whether we are reading a work of fiction that explores complex moral dilemmas or a piece of nonfiction that presents scientific research, we are constantly engaging with the material, questioning the ideas presented, and considering how they fit with our existing knowledge. This process of active engagement helps us develop the skills necessary for critical thinking, which are essential for navigating the complexities of the modern world. The more we read and engage with different ideas, the more we hone our ability to think critically and make informed decisions in our own lives. Books also have the power to challenge the status quo and inspire us to think differently about societal norms and issues. Throughout history, many influential thinkers and social activists have used literature as a tool for promoting social change. Books have the ability to inspire individuals to question injustice, inequality, and oppression, and to imagine new possibilities for the future. Whether it is through the works of writers like Martin Luther King Jr., who inspired the civil rights movement, or through the powerful novels of authors like George Orwell, who critiqued totalitarianism, literature has long been a vehicle for social commentary and political activism. By reading these works, we are reminded that change is possible, and that it often begins with a shift in how we think and view the world. Books encourage us to consider alternative futures and to envision a better world, empowering us to take action toward creating meaningful change. Reading also allows us to explore our own ideas and values. As we engage with the perspectives of others, we are forced to consider our own beliefs and how they align with or differ from what we are reading. This process of self-examination is essential for personal growth and self-awareness. Books provide us with the opportunity to reflect on our own values and to make more informed decisions about how we want to live our lives. Whether we are reading fiction that challenges our assumptions about human nature or nonfiction that presents evidence-based arguments about societal issues, books offer a space for us to reflect on who we are, what we believe, and how we can grow as individuals. In conclusion, reading a good book has the power to broaden our perspectives and deepen our understanding of the world. Through exposure to different cultures, histories, ideas, and viewpoints, books challenge our assumptions, encourage critical thinking, and foster empathy. By opening our minds to new possibilities, reading helps us become more informed, open-minded, and thoughtful individuals. Whether we are exploring new fields of knowledge, reflecting on our own beliefs, or engaging with the stories of others, books provide us with the tools to better understand ourselves and the world around us. In an ever-changing world, the ability to expand our perspectives through reading is more important than ever, as it allows us to engage with the complexities of life in a more thoughtful and meaningful way. Reading a good book is often seen as an escape, a way to momentarily leave the stresses of everyday life behind. However, the benefits of reading extend far beyond temporary relief. Books can offer a deep sense of clarity, peace, and direction in our lives. Whether it's a work of fiction that takes us on an imaginative journey or a piece of nonfiction that provides practical advice, the act of reading allows us to reflect on our own lives and find solutions to the challenges we face. Books have the ability to help us reconnect with our inner selves, offering a sense of purpose and perspective that often leads to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. One of the most profound ways in which reading can improve our mental well-being is by providing us with clarity in times of confusion or uncertainty. Life can be overwhelming at times, and it's easy to feel lost or unsure about the decisions we need to make. In these moments, a good book can offer much-needed guidance. Whether it comes in the form of practical advice, personal stories, or deep philosophical insights. Many self-help books are written specifically to help individuals navigate through life's challenges, providing frameworks for decision-making and techniques for overcoming obstacles. Reading these books allows us to take a step back and view our circumstances from a new perspective, often helping us realize that the challenges we face are not as insurmountable as they may initially seem. The clarity gained through reading gives us the mental space to process our emotions, reflect on our choices, and ultimately make more informed decisions. Books can also help us gain a better understanding of our own emotions. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to become disconnected from our own feelings, especially when we are preoccupied with responsibilities and external pressures. Reading, however, provides a quiet space for introspection and self-discovery. Whether it's a novel that mirrors our own struggles, or a personal development book that teaches us how to manage our emotions, books offer the tools to help us understand and process our feelings in a healthy way. For instance, books on emotional intelligence can teach us how to recognize and regulate our emotions, leading to healthier interactions with others and greater emotional resilience. By learning how to navigate our emotional landscape through the wisdom found in books, we can gain a deeper sense of self-awareness and emotional well-being. Moreover, books offer us the opportunity to reflect on our values, beliefs, and priorities, helping us align our actions with what truly matters to us. In today's fast-paced, goal-oriented world, it's easy to get caught up in external expectations and societal pressures, leaving us disconnected from our own desires and purpose. A good book, however, has the ability to shift our focus inward, encouraging us to examine what is truly important in our lives. Many books, whether they're philosophical, spiritual, or motivational in nature, prompt readers to reflect on their values and ask themselves meaningful questions such as, what do I want out of life? Am I living authentically? What is my purpose? These types of reflective exercises allow us to reconnect with our true selves and rediscover our sense of direction. By aligning our actions with our core values, we can live more authentically and experience a deeper sense of fulfillment. Books also provide a sense of comfort and solace, particularly in difficult or isolating times. In moments of grief, sadness, or loneliness, reading can offer a sense of companionship. A well-written story can make us feel as though we are not alone in our struggles as we connect with characters who are navigating similar emotions. Literature has a unique ability to touch our hearts and provide emotional catharsis, offering a space for us to process our own experiences through the lens of the story. For example, reading about characters who face adversity and find strength can inspire us to tap into our own resilience. Furthermore, books can offer wisdom and comfort during times of loss or hardship, helping us find meaning and healing. Whether through the pages of a self-help book, a novel, or a spiritual text. Reading provides a gentle reminder that we are not alone in our challenges and that healing is possible. In addition to offering comfort, reading can also serve as a source of motivation. Many books are written to inspire and uplift readers, pushing them to reach for their dreams and pursue their goals. Motivational books often share stories of individuals who have overcome significant obstacles to achieve success, providing readers with the encouragement they need to take action in their own lives. These books emphasize the importance of perseverance, resilience, and self-belief, reminding us that we are capable of achieving great things despite the challenges we may face. By reading about the accomplishments of others, we are reminded of our own potential, and we gain the strength and determination to pursue our own dreams with renewed vigor. Motivational books can act as a catalyst for change, sparking the desire to improve and take positive steps toward a more fulfilling life. Books also offer a profound sense of peace by providing an opportunity to disconnect from the constant noise and distractions of modern life. In today's digital age, we are bombarded with information and stimuli from every direction, making it difficult to focus or find moments of calm. Reading offers a break from this constant influx of data, allowing us to immerse ourselves in a story or concept that requires our full attention. This focus on a single activity can be incredibly calming and meditative, helping us relax and unwind. By setting aside time each day to read, we create a space for quiet reflection and mindfulness, which can have a positive impact on our mental health and overall well-being. In a world that often feels chaotic, reading provides a sanctuary of peace, offering us a much-needed respite from the outside world. Moreover, reading promotes personal growth and development, which contributes to an overall sense of purpose and satisfaction in life. As we read, we constantly learn new things, whether they are facts, ideas, or life lessons. This process of learning fosters a sense of curiosity and intellectual engagement, which can lead to personal enrichment. Many books encourage readers to push their limits, expand their horizons, and continuously strive for improvement. As we gain new insights from books, we begin to view the world differently and grow as individuals. This growth contributes to a greater sense of self-worth and purpose as we recognize our own potential and the opportunities available to us. Reading empowers us to take control of our lives, make informed choices, and pursue meaningful goals with confidence. Ultimately, reading a good book can help us achieve a deeper sense of clarity, peace, and direction in our lives. Whether it's through the practical advice offered by self-help books, the emotional resonance of a novel, or the philosophical reflections found in a piece of literature, books provide us with the tools to better understand ourselves, process our emotions, and navigate the complexities of life. They offer comfort during times of difficulty, inspiration when we need motivation, and a sense of peace amidst the chaos of the modern world. By engaging with books, we enrich our lives, cultivate inner strength, and find the direction we need to live more purposeful, fulfilled lives. A good book has the incredible ability to ignite our imagination and inspire us to dream big. Books have been a source of inspiration for countless individuals throughout history, sparking new ideas, fueling creativity, and motivating people to pursue their passions and ambitions. When we immerse ourselves in a compelling story or thought-provoking idea, we are transported into a world where anything is possible. This sense of boundless possibility can encourage us to think beyond the limitations of our current circumstances and envision a future filled with potential and opportunity. In a world where obstacles often seem insurmountable, reading provides a refreshing reminder that there are no limits to what we can achieve when we tap into our imagination and creativity. One of the key ways that reading ignites imagination is by presenting us with new and unfamiliar worlds. Whether we are reading science fiction, fantasy, or historical fiction, books have the power to transport us to places and times that exist only in the mind of the author. These worlds are often filled with unique characters, situations, and ideas that challenge our existing beliefs and perspectives. By encountering these new worlds, we are encouraged to stretch the boundaries of our imagination, questioning what is possible and considering alternative realities. For example, when we read about a futuristic society in a science fiction novel, we are forced to think about the advancements in technology and the societal changes that could occur. Similarly, when we dive into a fantasy novel that features magical creatures and enchanted landscapes, we are invited to explore the limitless possibilities of the imagination. These imaginative worlds inspire us to think outside the box and embrace creativity in our own lives. In addition to expanding our imagination, reading also helps to develop our creative thinking skills. Many books, especially those that deal with complex themes or philosophical ideas, encourage readers to engage in critical thinking and problem solving. As we follow characters on their journeys or grapple with the ideas presented in a nonfiction book, we are often confronted with challenges that require us to think creatively in order to understand or resolve them. For instance, a detective novel might present a mystery that demands us to use deductive reasoning and creative problem solving to uncover the truth. Similarly, a book on entrepreneurship might offer innovative solutions to common business challenges, prompting us to think creatively about our own approach to success. The more we engage with these types of books, the more we develop our ability to think creatively and approach problems with an open mind. This enhanced creative thinking is invaluable not only in our personal lives, but also in our professional endeavors, where innovative ideas and fresh perspectives are often the keys to success. Books also provide inspiration by showcasing the accomplishments and journeys of others. Biographies and memoirs in particular offer readers a glimpse into the lives of individuals who have overcome significant obstacles to achieve greatness. These stories serve as powerful reminders that success is not always easy or immediate, but it is possible through perseverance, determination, and hard work. When we read about the struggles and triumphs of others, we are often inspired to push through our own challenges and pursue our dreams with renewed energy. For example, the story of someone who started from humble beginnings and built a successful business can encourage aspiring entrepreneurs to believe in their own potential. Similarly, the experiences of an artist who faced rejection but continued to create can inspire us to keep pursuing our creative passions, no matter how difficult the journey may seem. These stories remind us that we are not alone in facing adversity, and that the road to success is often paved with obstacles that can be overcome with persistence and resilience. In addition to offering examples of perseverance and success, books also help us develop a growth mindset, the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed over time. This mindset is crucial for fostering creativity and innovation because it encourages us to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable roadblocks. Books that emphasize the importance of learning, resilience, and self-improvement help readers adopt this mindset, allowing them to approach obstacles with a sense of curiosity and determination. By reading about individuals who have overcome failure and used it as a stepping stone to greater success, we learn that setbacks are not permanent and that each challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. This mindset shift is essential for unlocking our creative potential, as it encourages us to take risks, embrace failure, and keep trying until we find the right solution. Reading also provides us with the knowledge and insights needed to turn our dreams into reality. While imagination and creativity are essential for inspiring new ideas, books provide the practical tools and strategies necessary to bring those ideas to life. Many nonfiction books offer valuable advice on a wide range of topics, from personal development to business strategy to creative pursuits. By reading books in our area of interest, we gain access to the wisdom and expertise of those who have already achieved success in that field. Whether we are learning how to write a novel, start a business, or develop a new skill, books provide us with a roadmap to follow as we pursue our goals. These books not only inspire us, but also equip us with the knowledge and resources needed to take actionable steps toward achieving our dreams. Reading helps us tap into our own creative potential by encouraging self-expression. Many books, especially in the genres of poetry, fiction, and memoir, offer readers a chance to explore their own emotions, thoughts, and experiences through writing or storytelling. Reading these works can spark our own creative impulses, encouraging us to write, draw, or create in other forms. For example, reading a novel that explores complex emotional themes may inspire us to write about our own experiences with love, loss, or self-discovery. Similarly, reading a book of poetry might encourage us to experiment with language and develop our own unique voice. The process of reading and creating in response to what we have read helps us strengthen our connection to our own creativity and build the confidence to express ourselves in new ways. Reading a good book offers far more than entertainment. It serves as a powerful catalyst for imagination, creativity, and inspiration. Books have the ability to transport us to new worlds, expand our minds, and challenge our thinking. They provide us with the tools and strategies needed to turn our dreams into reality, while also offering us examples of perseverance and success to motivate us along the way. By reading, we tap into a wellspring of ideas and possibilities that can inspire us to take bold steps toward achieving our goals. Whether through fiction, nonfiction, biography, or self-help, the power of books to ignite our imagination and fuel our passions is undeniable. In a world that can sometimes feel restrictive, reading reminds us that there are no limits to what we can achieve when we embrace our creativity and pursue our dreams with determination and vision. A good book has the remarkable power to offer personal growth and self-improvement, allowing individuals to become better versions of themselves. While books can entertain and provide escapism, they are also powerful tools for transformation. Through reading, we can develop new skills, gain valuable knowledge, and shift our mindsets in ways that have a lasting impact on our personal lives, relationships, and careers. Books provide not only the wisdom of the past, but also the strategies and techniques that can help us navigate the complexities of the modern world. They offer us the opportunity to reflect on our habits, thought patterns, and behaviors, and in doing so, inspire us to cultivate a more fulfilling and purposeful life. One of the most powerful ways books foster personal growth is by expanding our knowledge. Whether it's through reading self-help books, biographies, or textbooks, books provide us with the tools and strategies to learn and grow in all areas of life. For example, books on time management, organization, and productivity offer practical advice that can help us become more efficient and focused in our daily lives. These books teach us how to manage our time effectively, set clear goals, and develop the discipline needed to stay on track. By implementing the tips and techniques shared in these books, we can optimize our personal and professional lives, making room for success and well-being. Similarly, books on relationships and communication offer valuable insights into how we can connect more meaningfully with others. Whether we are trying to improve our relationships with family, friends, or colleagues, books on emotional intelligence, conflict resolution, and active listening provide the tools needed to communicate more effectively and empathetically. Understanding the principles of healthy communication can transform the way we interact with the people in our lives, leading to more positive and fulfilling relationships. Additionally, books on relationships help us better understand ourselves, our needs, and our emotional triggers, which is key to forming deeper connections with others. Another area where books can support personal growth is in the realm of mindset. A growth mindset, the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning, is a key ingredient for success in all areas of life. Many books, especially those in the field of psychology and personal development, emphasize the importance of adopting a growth mindset. By reading about how our brains are capable of change and growth, we can reframe challenges as opportunities for development rather than obstacles. For instance, books like Carol Dweck's Mindset focus on how cultivating the right mindset can help us overcome self-doubt and achieve our full potential. This shift in thinking enables us to embrace failure as part of the learning process and encourages us to keep pushing forward, even when the path to success is not easy. Books also help us develop emotional resilience, which is essential for dealing with the ups and downs of life. Life is filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of difficulty, and it's easy to become discouraged when things aren't going our way. However, reading books on resilience, overcoming adversity, and managing stress equips us with the tools to bounce back from difficult situations. These books offer strategies to help us cope with stress, build mental fortitude, and maintain a positive outlook, even when faced with hardships. They teach us how to manage our emotions and stay grounded, even when life feels overwhelming. This resilience is not only important for personal well-being, but also for success in the workplace and other areas of life where setbacks are inevitable. Personal growth through reading is also fueled by the development of critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Many books, particularly those that focus on philosophy, business, or self-improvement, encourage readers to think deeply about complex issues, challenge assumptions, and approach problems from multiple angles. This helps to cultivate the ability to think critically, analyze situations thoroughly, and make more informed decisions. Books on decision-making, for example, help us understand the processes behind good judgment and how to avoid common cognitive biases that can lead to poor decisions. By engaging with books that promote critical thinking, we train our minds to become more analytical and objective, which is a crucial skill in both our personal and professional lives. Books also foster personal growth by inspiring self-reflection. The act of reading forces us to pause and reflect on our own lives, beliefs, and actions. Often when we read a book, particularly when it challenges our worldview or presents new ideas, we are prompted to think about how the ideas presented relate to our own experiences. This self-reflection is an important component of personal growth because it helps us identify areas where we may be stuck, where we could improve, or where we are lacking clarity. By taking the time to reflect on what we have read, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. For instance, a book on mindfulness may inspire us to take a more intentional approach to daily life, encouraging us to slow down and be present in the moment rather than rushing through life on autopilot. Books can help us develop a sense of purpose and direction. Sometimes we find ourselves feeling lost or unsure of where we are headed in life. We may lack the motivation to pursue our goals or may feel disconnected from our passions. Reading books that focus on finding one's purpose or aligning personal goals with core values can reignite our sense of direction. Books like The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren or The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey offer frameworks for identifying what truly matters in life and how to set meaningful, actionable goals. When we have a clear sense of purpose, we are more motivated to take the necessary steps toward achieving our dreams. Books provide the guidance and support needed to help us identify our passions, set goals that align with our values, and take the necessary steps to live a fulfilling life. Another aspect of personal growth that books foster is self-discipline. Many books, particularly those in the realm of personal development and productivity, offer strategies for building the habits and routines necessary to achieve long-term success. They teach us how to manage our time effectively, stay organized, and prioritize tasks that align with our goals. Self-discipline is an essential trait for anyone looking to improve their life, and books provide the tools to develop and maintain it. For example, books like Atomic Habits by James Clear teach readers how to break bad habits and build new, positive ones by focusing on small, incremental changes. By developing discipline and consistency, we increase our chances of success in whatever we pursue. Reading a good book is a transformative experience that allows us to grow, develop, and become better versions of ourselves. Books provide us with the knowledge, inspiration, and tools to navigate life's challenges, overcome obstacles, and make meaningful changes in our lives. Through reading, we can cultivate emotional resilience, develop critical thinking skills, enhance self-awareness, and gain a sense of purpose and direction. The process of reading allows us to reflect on our beliefs and values, encouraging us to make thoughtful, intentional choices that align with our goals. By embracing the wisdom found in books, we can continue to evolve as individuals and lead lives that are more purposeful, fulfilling, and aligned with our true potential. The power of books in personal growth is undeniable. And by making reading a part of our daily lives, we open ourselves up to the endless possibilities for self-improvement and transformation. A good book is a gateway to new knowledge and perspectives, allowing readers to explore ideas and concepts that they might never encounter in their everyday lives. Books have the unique ability to expand our understanding of the world, helping us see things from different angles and challenging the way we think. When we read, we open ourselves to new information, diverse viewpoints, and unfamiliar cultures. This broadening of our intellectual horizons allows us to grow as individuals, fostering greater empathy, open-mindedness, and critical thinking. In this way, reading a good book is not only an opportunity to escape or be entertained, but also a chance to enrich our minds and develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. One of the most significant benefits of reading is the opportunity it provides for intellectual growth. When we read a book, especially one that delves into unfamiliar subjects, we are presented with new ideas and information that challenge our current knowledge base. This intellectual stimulation encourages us to think critically, question assumptions, and reconsider long-held beliefs. Whether we are reading about history, science, philosophy, or culture, books offer us a wealth of knowledge that can expand our understanding of the world. This new knowledge helps us develop a more nuanced view of life, enabling us to approach problems and challenges with a broader perspective. By engaging with books that introduce us to new concepts and fields of study, we become more well-rounded individuals with a deeper appreciation for the complexities of the world. Reading also fosters a sense of empathy, allowing us to connect with others on a deeper level. Through books, we are introduced to characters from all walks of life, each with their own experiences, struggles, and dreams. As we immerse ourselves in these stories, we are able to see the world through the eyes of others, gaining a deeper understanding of their emotions, motivations, and challenges. This ability to empathize with fictional characters can also extend to real-life situations, making us more compassionate and understanding individuals. For example, reading about the struggles of individuals from different cultural backgrounds or socio-economic statuses can help us become more aware of the challenges faced by marginalized groups. This increased empathy allows us to approach others with kindness and understanding, fostering stronger connections and more meaningful relationships. In addition to fostering empathy, reading can also broaden our perspectives by exposing us to diverse cultures, traditions, and ways of life. Whether through nonfiction books that explore different countries and customs or novels that transport us to foreign lands, books provide a window into worlds that might be completely different from our own. This exposure to diverse cultures not only increases our knowledge, but also encourages us to challenge our preconceived notions and biases. It helps us recognize that there is more than one way to live, think, and experience the world. By reading books that offer insights into different cultures and traditions, we become more open-minded and accepting of differences, promoting greater understanding and tolerance in our interactions with others. Critical thinking is another skill that is greatly enhanced by reading. Books require us to engage with complex ideas and arguments, helping us develop the ability to analyze and evaluate information more effectively. When we read a book, we often encounter multiple perspectives on a given issue, which forces us to consider different viewpoints and weigh the evidence presented. This process of analysis and evaluation sharpens our critical thinking skills, enabling us to think more logically and make better decisions in our personal and professional lives. Moreover, reading books that present differing or controversial opinions encourages us to question our own beliefs and assumptions, fostering intellectual growth and self-awareness. By developing our critical thinking abilities through reading, we become more adept at navigating the complexities of modern life and making informed choices. Another important aspect of reading is its ability to inspire personal growth and development. Many books, particularly those in the self-help and motivational genres, offer strategies for overcoming obstacles, achieving goals, and improving our lives. These books provide practical advice and insights that can help us develop the mindset, habits, and skills necessary for success. By reading about the experiences and challenges faced by others, we gain valuable lessons that can be applied to our own lives. Whether it's learning how to manage our time more effectively, building resilience in the face of adversity, or setting and achieving meaningful goals, books provide the tools we need to create positive change in our lives. Reading can serve as a powerful tool for self-reflection. When we read, we are often prompted to think about our own experiences, values, and beliefs. Many books invite readers to reflect on their own lives, encouraging them to examine their actions and motivations. This process of self-reflection helps us better understand who we are, what we value, and what we want to achieve. By engaging with books that challenge our thinking or provide new insights, we are given the opportunity to gain clarity about our goals and aspirations. This self-awareness is a key component of personal growth, as it allows us to make more intentional choices and take action in alignment with our values. Books also provide a sense of comfort and solace, particularly during difficult times. Reading can serve as an emotional refuge, offering an escape from the stresses and struggles of everyday life. Whether it's through the comforting words of a self-help book, the uplifting story of a character who triumphs over adversity, or the wisdom of a spiritual text, books provide a source of comfort and support during challenging moments. For many, reading is a form of self-care that helps to reduce stress, improve mental health, and promote emotional well-being. Books can provide a sense of connection and belonging, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles and that others have faced similar challenges and emerged stronger. In addition to offering comfort, reading also promotes mental well-being by providing opportunities for relaxation and mindfulness. In a world filled with constant distractions and pressures, it can be difficult to find moments of peace and calm. Reading allows us to focus our attention on a single activity, giving our minds a break from the noise of daily life. This focus on a book can be a form of mindfulness, helping us to stay present in the moment and reduce feelings of anxiety or stress. The act of reading itself can be meditative, providing an escape from the fast-paced, often chaotic nature of modern life. Reading a good book is one of the most effective ways to expand our intellectual horizons, broaden our perspectives, and enrich our understanding of the world. Books provide us with the knowledge, inspiration, and insights needed to grow as individuals, develop empathy, and think critically about the issues we face. They offer a window into different cultures and ideas, challenging us to think beyond our own experiences and embrace the diversity of the world around us. Through reading, we not only gain new information, but also develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and others, fostering personal growth, emotional well-being, and intellectual development. Whether we are reading for knowledge, entertainment, or self-improvement, a good book has the power to transform our lives and make us better, more informed individuals.